Welcome to Toe to Toe, a podcast for realtors where you'll witness a battle of opinions about topics affecting your real estate business. There are many ways for realtors to achieve success. The secret is to find which approach will work for you. Now, always in your corner, here are your hosts, Jen Mertland and Monica Weekly.
All right, welcome to another episode of Toe to Toe. I'm Jen Mertland, and I'm here with my constant opponent, Monica Weekly. Yeah! Each episode, we choose a different real estate topic to battle about, and we go toe to toe, arguing our differing opinions.
As always, our number one goal is to help you, the fearless realtor, find a path that feels authentic to you. Because when you build your business based on a style and set of standards that truly fits who you are, that's when your business will thrive. That's when you'll love what you do. So today, during today's throwdown, Jen and I will be duking it out over this question. Should agents buy leads? Should agents buy leads?
This is a great question, Monica.
Well, why don't you start us off then with your wisdom and an opinion?
I'm going to go with yes.
What? Excuse me?
I think a lot of people would be surprised to hear that, but here's the way that I think about leads. I think about leads in the sense of, should you buy numbers if you're going to be calling like expireds, for sale by owners, or doing neighborhood calling? And I think you should buy those. I think it's a total waste of time to try to go and look those up on your own. Like you have a huge opportunity cost associated with that.
Okay, so those are still cold leads though.
They're still leads.
But they're cold. You don't know.
Sure.
Right. Okay. And paying for that, if you are an average agent who will not put a system around that, do you think that's actually a good use of their dollars?
Well, I think anything you're not going to put a system around is not a good use of your dollars. But if that's one strategy that you're going to be using, and it's a great strategy. If that's a strategy you're going to be using, then absolutely you should buy it versus doing it yourself. We have a lot of do-it-yourselfers out there, and it takes so much time to look up those numbers. You're just better off paying for it.
Well, are you then saying that Zillow leads and those kind of leads are good too?
I know.
Oh, so that's a different topic. Okay.
That's a totally different topic, I think. So I guess it's just really, I don't really think those are like leads, actually. I don't know. Those are always, to me, seem like tire kickers or something. I guess I've never paid for them, so I don't really know. There's a lot of people that have had success in buying Zillow leads, like especially in the, shall we say, the good old days. But I don't know many people that are having a huge success with them now. And plus, a lot of those are like buyer leads. I'm more of a listing agent.
Right.
What do you think about buying leads?
Not a fan. I'm a relationship-based agent. Now, here's what I'll say. There are exceptions to this.
Let's hear it.
Of course, there are exceptions to this. And if you are trying to achieve a level of production that is above 100 or 75 or something like that, where you're really trying to knock it out of the park, you may need to take some additional steps. Most agents are happy doing 12 to 36 deals a year. And there is absolutely no reason, I can't find one agent that cannot do 12 to 36 deals a year through relationships and through referrals. They just need to know what system that is to make that happen. And a lot of agents think, if I want to do business by referral, I have to just wait for the referral to come to me. But it's just not true. I coach and train every day on what you can be doing systematically every day to generate leads from your database and from your sphere and from your network, whatever. So I guess I'll say it depends, but generally speaking, if we're talking about the average agent, there is absolutely no need to pay for a lead. Those dollars could be better spent getting deeper into relationship with your sphere, spending time and money on them to create a relationship that is elevated and more significant. Therefore, the referrals will come.
Well, I think though, too, if you're like, say, in a new market or something like that, where maybe you don't have a sphere, doing like cold calling and calling expireds and for sale by owners is a great way to build that sphere and build that referral base. So when I'm talking to agents that I'm coaching and they don't have a big sphere where they really can do 12 to 36 deals, well, first of all, let's all do like more than 50, shall we? But
not everybody's a rock star, Jen.
it's fine. I think that it's a good way to, okay, so if you need to get, how many people do you need to have in your sphere in order to net those 12 to 36 deals? I would argue a few hundred, right? But if you don't have a few hundred people, then that's a great way to build that. And then you can move to more of a referral based.
Yeah, no doubt. If you're a transplant in a new environment and you don't know anybody, sure, that is the exception to the rule. And we're going to have to put some things in place. You also don't have to buy leads in that scenario either. I have many friends who built their complete business on open houses. They moved into this Cincinnati. Actually, I can name 2 or 3 right now that are coming to my mind, moved to Cincinnati and built everything, huge businesses out of open houses. So you don't have to buy leads.
Yeah. I think we're going to agree on not buying leads from like third parties that are really just selling you the data. I'm a proponent of like buying the data, I guess, from like an expired or for sale by owner or neighborhood search, but like not from Zillow.
Well, to me, what you're saying, which I agree with, is that those people have their hands up.
Right.
They're saying, I want to do something in the way of selling a house. And buying into that means you're just that much further along in the process with them.
Right.
Versus Zillow, and you don't know what the hell's on the other end of that.
Well, it's probably going to mostly be leads that you would have gotten had your sign been in a yard.
Right. Right.
So I think the best way to get your sign in a yard is, from your point of view, talk to people you know and get a listing. From my point of view, call an expired or for sale by owner because they already want to sell and haven't sold.
Yes. However, then your strategy is based on what's going on in the market. My strategy is market proof. It doesn't matter. Relationships are relationships. Everyone's going to be buying or selling a house. I don't care what's going on. How many expireds have you had in the last 2 years versus what you had in 08, 09?
I mean, there were definitely like a lot more, well, there was a lot more short sales in 08 and 09. And so we did a lot more of those. I think you do have to adjust. I think having both strategies is probably good, but my preference is to deal with people I don't really know.
Right.
So it's really, I don't really do well transitioning to like, hey, best friend, you guys want to, who do you know that wants to buy or sell a house?
And that's the other thing. Know yourself. If you prefer to do business with people you don't know, then absolutely get out there and buy some expired and for sale by owner leads. There are some incredible companies that will make your life very easy.
I think so too. When we consider buying leads, that could also be going into like those networking groups, if that's how you want to do your business, because you typically have to buy into those, like a BNI or
yep, absolutely.
something like that. But I think your main point, and I 100% agree with you, is whatever you're going to do, have a like go, no go, like what am I expecting from this? How long will it take for me to get these results, and track and measure those results and work it at a high level to make sure that you are getting the results you want. And if you're not, then moving.
You mean treat it like a business? Is that what you're saying?
What? All right, Monica, shall we go back to our corners?
I think we should.
All right, let's take a short break and hear a word from our sponsor. And when we return, we'll have the final punches.
Do you have an entrepreneur mindset? Do you believe in the power of building wealth versus just selling houses? There's a new kind of business model for realtors, and you owe it to yourself to see why top agents and teams are aligning their future with the fastest growing real estate company in the world. eXp Realty, tomorrow's brokerage today. For more information or a private discussion, go to the Toe to Toe Podcast Facebook page and send a private message telling us you'd like to learn more about eXp Realty.
Welcome back. And before we hit the bell for the final round, we did actually take this question to the streets of Facebook. And we came up with a really cool bonus episode on this. So it will air on Friday. Check it out with everybody's opinion. It got pretty heated in there, Monica.
Nice. We'll check it out. I'll be tuning in.
Cool. So let's get back inside the ring and close out with our final round. All right, Monica.
All right. So not a proponent of buying leads. Now, that does not mean we're not spending money. And I think that's the interesting thing that I just realized is both of us said, you need to spend money to make money. It's where are you spending it? You say that you can be efficient with it in the expired FSBO range or territory. I say you're going to be spending it on the relationships and pouring into those people that you care most about, helping them get what they want. The law of reciprocity will serve you in your business. But neither one of us is saying you don't have to spend any money to make money. I mean, that I believe that's kind of a fact, and that's what maybe has flushed out of here.
I think, though, we have to that expression kind of makes me crazy, honestly, because I think people use it and then they go off on spending sprees where they shouldn't be spending money.
Right.
So I think I agree with you in that, know yourself. So if you are a type of person that doesn't have a, big spear, you want to add to it through talking to people you don't know. One of the ways that you can do that is calling for sale by owners, expired, and circle prospecting. And if you're going to do that, 100% buy those contact information. Do not look it up yourself. If you're the type of person that wants to do with people that you do know, then you can but you don't have a big sphere, then you can do the BNIs or, honestly, I don't know any networking groups because I'm terrible at those, so I don't do them.
But BNI is a
they're whatever.
Well-known version of that. Yeah.
Any of those, and you would buy that, but make sure that you're doing them. You're participating in those activities, any activity that you choose at a high level. So even to your point, if you're going to choose open houses as a way to get leads, do it at a high level. Right. And you can actually message us. We can send you, each of us has a 7-level open house.
7th level open house. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can send you that, which is really, really cool. But whatever you decide to do, do it the best.
With intention and with a system.
Boom.
Done. All right. I think that's going to have to be the end of today's battle. Do you think there was a knockout?
No.
What? That's what you would say laying on the ground.
Oh.
All right. Am I on the ground? Please go to our Facebook page. That's Toe to Toe Podcast. That's the name of the Facebook page. Comment, vote. Who do you think won today's toe to toe battle?
All right, Rockstar Realtors. I hope you enjoyed today's battle, and I hope you heard something here today that helped you get clarity on your path and what you want to do in regards to this subject. See you later, Monica.
Bye, Jen.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Toe to Toe Podcast. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you get updates when new episodes are available. And we truly love feedback and would appreciate all likes, reviews, and suggestions for future topics.